At 10:30 at night, a 16-year-old girl walks out of her family home. She is pregnant. Her baby is almost due. Her parents assume she will be back soon. 30 minutes pass, then an hour. She stops answering. So her family opens the location tracker on her phone and follows the signal. It leads them less than a mile from home to a patch of woods. That is where Mia Campos' father finds his daughter. And standing nearby, according to her family, is the man police will later accuse of killing her. Tonight we're talking about the murder of Mia Campos and the unborn baby her family already called Sebastian. Welcome to the podcast You Can't Unhear. Mia Campos was 16 years old. She lived with her family in Loganville, a community east of Atlanta in Gwinnett County, Georgia. Her parents described her as energetic, social, and deeply connected to music. Her father, Edward Campos, had worked as a DJ, and Mia followed that interest. She loved dancing, played music at birthday parties and quinceañeras, and studied art. Family members said she was the kind of teenager who brought energy wherever she went. And in the summer of 2024, Mia was preparing for another enormous change. She was pregnant with her first child, a boy. His name would be Sebastian. Mia had become pregnant while still 15. Her parents later admitted that the news was difficult at first. They were shocked, worried, unsure of what life would look like for their teenage daughter. But over time, the fear became excitement. Edward said that as Mia's pregnancy became visible, he stopped thinking only about how young she was and began thinking about his grandson. The family prepared to support both of them. Mia bought baby clothes. She talked about becoming a mother. Her parents said her priorities began shifting toward the child she was expecting. On Sunday, July 14th, Mia spent much of the day with her mother. They had breakfast, went shopping, and spent time together. Nothing about the day suggested danger. That evening, Mia returned home. Then, at around 10:30 p.m., she left again. Police later said she had gone out with someone. Prosecutors would eventually allege that Jesus Monroy had offered to take her to a nearby Quick Trip for snacks, and that he instead lured her toward the entrance of the neighborhood. Mia never reached the store. Her parents became worried quickly. Mia was pregnant. It was late, and she had stopped responding. Her mother called, her father called, her siblings tried, friends tried. Nothing. The family then checked the location of Mia's phone. The signal was nearby. Not miles away. Not across town. Just around the corner. So they went looking. Shortly before 1 a.m. on July 15th, Mia's family found her in a wooded area near Stevens Road. She was approximately 20 to 30 feet inside the tree line, less than half a mile from home. Her father described finding her face down. Her mother touched her, hoping desperately that either Mia or the baby might somehow still be alive. But Mia was cold. There was no response. Her family called 911. Police arrived at approximately 1 a.m. At first, investigators could not determine exactly how she had died. The scene became a homicide investigation, with detectives, crime scene technicians, and the medical examiner all involved. 2 days later, police arrested Jesus Monroy. And this is one of the most important corrections to the story circulating online. Monroy was not 17. He was 20 years old. Mia was 16. Her family identified him as her former boyfriend and as the father of Sebastian. Initially, Monroy was not charged with murder. Police arrested him for allegedly giving false information to investigators. That alone suggested detectives believed his account of the night did not match the evidence they were collecting. 6 days later, the case changed dramatically. On July 23rd, Gwinnett County Police charged Monroy with malice murder, felony murder, feticide, and aggravated assault. Police alleged that he had lured Mia away from her home, killed her, and moved her body. Later reporting from arrest warrants stated that Mia had died from asphyxiation. A subsequent autopsy specified asphyxia due to neck compression. We do not need to dwell on the physical details, but that finding matters. This was not an accidental overdose, not a car crash, not a sudden, unexplained medical emergency. The medical examiner classified her death as homicide. One element of the family's account drew immediate attention. Monroy reportedly participated in the search for Mia. According to Edward Campos, Monroy was there when the family went to the wooded area. He did not behave the way Edward expected the father of Mia's unborn child to behave. Edward remembered him standing back, quiet, emotionally detached. Investigators began examining the phones. At a probable cause hearing, detectives testified about cell phone records and movements that they said helped reconstruct the night Mia disappeared. That evidence became important because prosecutors allege Mia was intentionally brought out of her home. If digital records show Monroy arranging the meeting, traveling with her, or being near the location where her body was found, those records could help establish a timeline independently of what either person said. That is especially important in a case where one participant can no longer explain what happened. The age difference also became more legally significant as investigators continued working. In February 2025, a Gwinnett County grand jury indicted Monroy on additional charges: statutory rape, child molestation, enticing a child for indecent purposes, and additional false statement counts. Those charges are separate from the murder allegation, but they dramatically change the context. This was not simply a case involving two teenagers expecting a child together. The state alleges that an adult man had a sexual relationship with an underage girl. The new indictment suggested prosecutors believed that relationship itself involved criminal conduct before Mia's death. The later charges also complicated Monroy's custody status. In August 2024, a judge had granted him bond on the original murder case. The decision angered Mia's family, who protested outside the courthouse and publicly argued that someone accused of killing both their daughter and unborn grandson should remain jailed. When the new sexual offence charges were filed in February 2025, Monroy was taken back into custody. A judge later considered bond again. The legal system can be confusing here. Bond is not a declaration of innocence, and denying bond is not a declaration of guilt. It is a pre-trial decision based on factors like danger, flight risk, and the likelihood that someone will return to court. Another detail circulating online also needs correction. Many reports described Mia as approximately 7 months pregnant. Later autopsy reporting said she was 38 weeks pregnant, meaning Sebastian was much closer to full term than early reports suggested. That difference does not change the tragedy, but accuracy matters. Mia's family had already named him. They were preparing for his arrival. They had imagined photographs, birthdays, first steps, and a grandson growing up inside the same family that raised Mia. The feticide charge recognizes that Sebastian's death is legally part of the prosecution. What prosecutors have not publicly established is motive. Mia's father has said he believes Monroy did not want the responsibilities that came with fatherhood. He has pointed to the lack of involvement, financial support, and emotional interest during the pregnancy. That may eventually become part of the prosecution's theory, but at this point, it remains the family's belief, not a motive proven in court. There are larger questions here too. Mia was 16. She was pregnant by a man several years older than her. The later indictment alleges that their sexual relationship itself violated Georgia law. Yet, from her family's perspective, the situation had already become normalized enough that conversations were focused on medical bills, pregnancy support, and parenting responsibilities. That does not mean Mia's parents caused what happened. It does reveal how complicated teenage relationships can become when an older partner, pregnancy, family expectations, and dependence are all involved. By the time people recognize a serious power imbalance, the younger person may already see the relationship as normal. The case also intersects with intimate partner violence. Strangulation or neck compression is considered an especially serious warning sign in abusive relationships because it involves direct control over another person's ability to breathe. Researchers and domestic violence organizations have repeatedly warned that non-fatal strangulation in relationships is associated with elevated risk of later lethal violence. We do not know from public evidence whether Mia experienced earlier strangulation, but the manner of death makes the broader conversation important. Violence does not have to begin with murder to become dangerous. Controlling behavior, threats, isolation, and physical intimidation deserve attention before escalation occurs. Mia's father has spoken publicly because he does not want his daughter reduced to a crime scene photograph. He wants people to remember her music, her dancing, her excitement about Sebastian, her ordinary teenage personality. Mia was the youngest of 5 siblings. Her family described a home that suddenly had an empty space no court case could fill. As of the most recent reliable reporting I found, Monroy's prosecution remained active. He has faced proceedings on the murder, feticide, assault, false statement, and sexual offense charges. No final verdict established yet at this point. What remains unresolved is what exactly happened during the final minutes after Mia left home, and why. The last normal image her family has is Mia walking out the door. She does not appear frightened. She does not know that her family will soon be searching through the dark, following a glowing dot on a phone screen. She does not know that her father will be the person who finds her, and she certainly does not know that Sebastian will never make it home either. That may be the hardest part of this story. Mia had already begun reorganizing her future around another human being. She was 16, still someone's child, while preparing to raise a child herself. Then both futures disappeared within minutes of home. Thanks for joining me tonight. Don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss any updates about this case. Until next time, stay curious, stay safe, take care of your loved ones. And I'll see you on the next episode of the podcast You Can't Unhear.